Hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs is facing serious accusations in a federal court case, with claims of his involvement in the gang misconduct of a 17-year-old girl at his Manhattan recording studio in 2003. This lawsuit marks the fourth filed against him in recent weeks, highlighting a troubling pattern of allegations. What evidence will emerge from this case? Could this scandal have lasting effects on Diddy's career and reputation? Join us as we explore the shocking details and potential consequences. Sean Combs, the famous hip-hop mogul, has been facing serious legal troubles. Recently, he was named in 3 lawsuits that accuse him of misconduct. Now, there is a 4th lawsuit, which claims that he and 2 other men gang misconducted a woman at a recording studio in New York 20 years ago, when she was just 17 years old. This new lawsuit was filed by the Federal District Court in Manhattan on Wednesday. According to the woman's complaint, she was in the 11th grade back in 2003 when the alleged events took place. She claims she first met 2 of Mr. Combs' associates at a lounge in the Detroit area. After meeting them, they took her on a private plane to New York. Once in New York, the woman states that the 3 men gave her large amounts of drugs and alcohol. The complaint goes on to say that the men took turns misconducting her in a bathroom at the recording studio while she was in and out of consciousness. The woman describes this experience as a nightmarish scene. When the wrongdoing was over, she says that she fell into a fetal position on the bathroom floor, feeling pain and distress. The lawsuit states that after this, she was driven to an airport and put on a plane back to Michigan. The trauma from that night, as she describes it, has left her scarred for life. In response to these allegations, Sean Combs has denied all accusations. Through a statement released to the public, he stated, "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my career, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth." Mr. Combs also has denied the accusations in the earlier lawsuits. His legal team has been actively defending him against the claims made in these cases, and he maintains that the allegations are false. Despite these denials, the latest lawsuit paints a much darker picture, one in which the woman claims she was lured into a dangerous situation involving exploitation and misconduct. Douglas H. Wigder, a lawyer representing the unnamed woman, has called the incident a form of trafficking. He made a statement highlighting the nature of the crime, saying, "As alleged in the complaint, defendants preyed on a vulnerable high school teenager as part of a trafficking scene that involved plying her with alcohol and transporting her by private jet to New York City, where she was gang misconducted by 3 individual defendants at Mr. Combs' studio." He described the actions of the men involved as depraved, stating that the woman was deeply affected by the event, with the trauma continuing to impact her life. The depravity of these abhorrent acts, Wigder added, scared the woman for life. This lawsuit adds another layer of complexity to the already serious legal challenges facing Sean Combs. It paints a disturbing image of what allegedly occurred that night in 2003, and sheds light on the emotional and psychological toll the woman continues to experience. The case will likely continue to develop in the coming months as both sides prepare to present their evidence in court. As of now, the woman's accusations remain a part of the ongoing legal battle, with both sides firmly standing by their version of events. The lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs have been mounting in recent months, painting a troubling picture of his personal and professional life. The first major lawsuit was filed on November 16th by Cassandra Ventura, a singer who performed under the name Casey and had been both a longtime girlfriend of Mr. Combs and an artist signed to his record label, Bad Boy. In the graphic 35-page complaint, Mrs. Ventura accused Mr. Combs of forcing her to engage in horrific acts, including misconduct and being coerced into having physical contact with male workers. She also alleged violent beatings that took place over nearly a decade. The accusations painted a disturbing picture of an abusive relationship. Despite the seriousness of the claims, the case was settled in just one day. Mr. Combs denied all the allegations, and Mrs. Ventura issued a statement indicating that the matter had been resolved amicably, which meant that she had no longer wished to pursue the case further. However, the lawsuit filed by Mrs. Ventura was only the beginning. In the weeks following her case, 2 additional lawsuits were filed against Mr. Combs, adding to the legal challenges he was already facing. These accusations, combined with past claims of misconduct, have started to tarnish the image of a man who had once recently been celebrated as one of the top influential figures in hip-hop, especially during the 50th anniversary year of the genre. This rapid series of lawsuits, coupled with the resurfacing of old claims, put his personal brand in jeopardy, which had once been a major force in the entertainment world. In addition to the ongoing cases, the consequences of these accusations are becoming increasingly apparent in Mr. Combs' business dealings. He stepped down as the chairman of Revolt, the cable TV network he founded. This was a significant move, considering how central his involvement was to the network's identity. Furthermore, Diageo, the multinational alcoholic beverage company that Mr. Combs has partnered with, made a public statement telling a New York judge that their De Leon tequila brand could no longer feature Mr. Combs in its promotional materials. They cited his now toxic image as the reason, claiming it made it impossible for him to continue to be the face of anything. This marked a public shift away from Mr. Combs, whose image had long been associated with success and influence. The most recent lawsuit adds to the growing list of allegations against Mr. Combs. This case involves an unnamed woman who claims to have met Harvey Pierre, the former president of Bad Boy, at a lounge in Detroit. According to the court papers, Mr. Pierre told the woman that Mr. Combs would be interested in meeting her, and after some time, the woman was taken to a bathroom where Mr. Pierre allegedly demanded oral misconduct. The situation escalated further when the woman was flown to New York City with Mr. Pierre and eventually met Mr. Combs. The complaint claims that the woman was heavily intoxicated at the time, so much so that she could not have consented to any activity. According to the lawsuit, Mr. Combs directed the woman into a bathroom, where he then raped her. Afterwards, the complaint alleges that Mr. Combs watched as an unnamed man misconducted her, with Mr. Pierre also allegedly misconducting her. Harvey Pierre denied the accusations, calling the lawsuit a tale of fiction and vehemently denying any involvement in the alleged events. He claimed that the allegations were false and described them as a desperate attempt for financial gain. Mr. Pierre had previously been named in another case, which accused him of grooming and engaging in misconduct with an assistant at Bad Boy. He continued to defend himself in this case, stating that he would vigorously protect his reputation and defend his name against the accusations. The woman in this latest case filed under the New York City Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Act, a law that allows accusers to file civil complaints related to misconduct after the statute of limitations have expired. The suit was filed in federal court, as the plaintiff and defendant live in different states. The woman stated that the emotional distress caused by the events, which occurred 2 decades ago, has continued to affect her life. She also mentioned that reading about the lawsuits filed by Mrs. Ventura and other women had promoted her to come forward with their own allegations. As these cases continue to unfold, Mr. Combs' career, reputation, and business interests seem to be at a crossroads. While he once enjoyed widespread recognition and financial success, his involvement in these legal battles is now threatening to overshadow his past achievements. His public image, which had long been associated with success in the music industry and entrepreneurial ventures, now faces severe scrutiny. The continued accusations, the settling of previous cases, and the public fallout from these lawsuits may continue to change the trajectory of Mr. Combs' life and career in ways that are yet to be fully understood. The accusations against Sean Diddy Combs have sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, leaving many to question the truth behind these serious accusations. What impact will this have on his career and reputation? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this ongoing story.